Alright, welcome everyone to my draft analysis for the ASL Season 2 Wi-Fi League. Now rebranded to the Roller Camp Division, I believe. We are the returning champions. We won Season 1. We are the champions. And, we gotta run back. As you can see by the, my two mons here, we are drafting Darkrai, aka Dark Fraud, as many people will call him, but we're here to prove those allegations wrong. We'll be giving Darkrai a shot here, as well as Terra Cresselia. So we're rocking the double legendary core. Very excited to see how this will turn out. But yeah, all right, let's get into our draft analysis. So we will be returning as the Manshine Staying Necrozmas. Our place in the draft, funny enough, was like the exact same. Yeah, we got wheel pick twice in a row for both seasons, which is quite crazy. But I think I definitely wanted an earlier position. But yeah, alright, let's get into our first pick. So our first pick is indeed Darkrai. So originally I wanted Shampao. Because I wanted Shampao because I didn't get to play it for a lot, but unfortunately, sometimes it's just how it is. It doesn't get to you. So the ones that did make it to me include like Dragapult. Dragapult was still there, I think. What else was there? Urshifu. There's Spectre, Garchomp. I think Sneasel was still there. But I said, Dragapults are fucking nerds. Dragapult is a fraud. Once you experience something like Terra Dragapult, you can never go back. So fuck Dragapult. We're not drafting that. We're not drafting that fraud. Instead, I want to use Darkrai. much to the dismay of certain other coaches, I decided to pick Darkrai as my first pick. Now, fun fact: in Season 1, I actually wanted to get Darkrai as my first pick, but unfortunately, someone picked that. Someone picked it before me, before I could. So this time, we're gonna run it with Darkrai. Darkrai is it's an interesting Pokemon. I mean, its stats are pretty good. As like base 125 speed, really good speed. Base like 100, sturdy, something special attack. It hits really hard. The main issue with it is, of course, I think the biggest issue is its typing. Pure Dark just doesn't have like a lot of it doesn't really hit that hard because like your strongest move is Dark Pulse, which is like base 80, I think, or something. Yeah, your strongest stab is only base 80, so that kind of tends to disappoint its massive special attack stat. It does get a ton of coverage, but again, they're not stab. So really, the only benefit Darkrai has is its speed and its cheesy ability. So if you want to run like Hypnosis, which we will run one day, I promise that. I will run Hypnosis one day. But yeah, it's just like the biggest issue is just like its typing. I think that's the biggest issue, and it's a source of a powerful stab. It's limited in Dark Pulse, but I'm excited to try Darkrai. I've used it I'm using it right now in a different league, but we haven't gone to use it much. But I'm excited to try it out. I don't think it's gonna hold a candle to the Blood God Meowscarada at all, but it's nice to try new things. So that's our first pick. So since we did get the wheel pick, we do get to make another pick right after, and our second pick is Goldango. So I used Goldango once before. It was really fucking good. Amazing typing. Its main characteristic, of course, is being able to block Defog, being able to block Spin, Mortal Spin. So basically, the ultimate hazard removal deterrence. Let's just see if our pick right after. We have a pick that goes right alongside Goldango, but yeah, basically the main reason why I didn't want to draft Dragapult was because I knew I wanted Goldango. So that's why we didn't get Pult, much to the dismay of other people for letting it get to round 2. But yeah, Goldango does really good typing. I really wanted its ability to punish Defog. I wanted a good Ghost type. I wanted a good Steel type. And it hits really hard. It's decently fast too. Base 80 speed is good. But mainly it's just for the defensive profile, I feel like. So as you can see for our next pick here, which is our third pick, Gliscor. They go hand in hand together, you know. I get up the Hazard, I get up the Spike, the Stealth Rock, the T-Spike. You can't defog. So Gholdengo, Gliscor, very disgusting combo. Definitely want to try it out. I never tried out this like specific core in draft before, but I did try Gholdengo on itself. It was really good. So I'm excited to see what how Gliscor and Gholdengo will work together in the season. But Gliscor, so it did lose Roost, which kind of sucks, but the amount of recovery it gets from like toxic poison heal, it's like good enough if you don't like protect. It's good enough. But mainly it's just for like the hazards. It's a good ground type. It's a good flying type. You can run like offensive sets with like SD if you want. It's a good knockoff soak, which I really like. It soaks up knockoff and status from like T-Wave, Toxic, Will-O-Wisp. So overall, a very nice defensive utility. Gholdengo and Gliscor definitely provide a strong defensive backbone, I feel. So after drafting these like two defensive mons, so a fun fact about this league, you can only draft like 4 Pokemon that are 14 points and above. And we really wasted 3 of them on Darkrai, Gholdengo, and Gliscor. So I knew I wanted my last one to be an offensive one. So our last premium pick is Quackable. So Quackable in Season 1, it wreaked like a lot of havoc. I saw it used very well by the coach who had it. I seen it do well in other leagues before. But I never had the chance to use it before because I always draft like Vaporeon and Aloe. But you know, I figured I might as well try something different this time. So we're drafting Quackable this time. I think it pairs very well with Gliscor, Gholdengo because you'll take chip from hazards, and then I just Aqua Step sweep you hopefully with CC Aqua Step. This is also our spinner if we need be. So what I really like about it is really good roll compression because it gets rapid spin for removal, which we're lacking in our 4 guys, and overall in our team once you see our later picks. But it also gets recovery and roost. You can run like defensive sets. Gets U-turn, triple axle now I saw, and of course like the SD or choice draft choice band sets. And yeah, just very good roll compression. I feel like hits very hard, can be very threatening, can perform a variety of roles. So yeah, very excited to use Quackable. I never tried it before, so this is my first time trying it. Hopefully it turn out well. And we can get to our next pick here. So our 5th pick will be Hatterene. So I knew our hazard removal was like pretty bad. Yeah, we have like pretty bad hazard removal, and that's not going to get fixed later because at this point all like the good removal is like gone, or like wouldn't make sense for me to add like Donphan. It wouldn't make sense to have Donphan and Gliscor. It wouldn't make sense to pick up like Decidueye because I already have a fighting type for Desui and a ghost type in Gholdengo. So yeah, there were not a lot of options for hazard removal, so I figured might as well just get like the the magic bounce Pokemon. So originally I decided on Espeon for my Terra Captain, but I figured that because as you guys saw, I drafted Cresselia. Espeon and Cresselia, they can't really be on the same team if you're going to Terra one of them. I feel like if you Terra Cresselia, then you can't just bring Espeon because it's like as without Terra. So I wanted a magic bounce Pokemon that could work without it, so that's why we drafted Hatterene. Hatterene just a good deterrence of a magic bounce on hazards if they want to reverse hazard stack on me. It's our fairy type. It's really hard. It's really slow, but also gives us a neat option in Trick Room, I guess. Gets Healing Wish, gets Nuzzle for Spraying Paralysis. Yeah, I just really like the hat mostly just for the magic bounce. But yeah, that's kind of why we drafted it. I haven't used hat much, but usually I prefer like my fairy type to be more sustainable. But I think hat works just fine, just for the magic bounce. And our next pick here is Entei. So if you've seen from like our last 4 picks, our team is pretty damn slow. Like we had Darkrai at base 120 something, and then the next one would be like Gliscor at like base 95, I think. But like Gliscor never runs speed, so we're trying to fix that up with Entei here. So Entei fixes that because it's base 100. So it helps fix our speed tiers a little bit, man. Also helps fill the lack of fire type we had. So like in the low tiers, there's like basically no fire types left. I mean, I could draft Armrouge again, but like I already used Armrouge in the previous season, and it disappointed me a lot. So I want to try Entei this time. It's really hard if Sacred Fire also solves our shortage of priority moves. I know Quack gets Aqua Jet, but like generally you don't want to run that on Quack. So Entei helps solve that with E-Speed. It can help burn stuff with Sacred Fire. Overall, just a really good hard hitter, decent Speedmon. So there's Speedmon alongside Darkrai, who is a special attacker. So Entei is at the physical side of things. If I want to run Quack as like a defensive Mon 1 week, that's good priority. And yeah, that's kind of why we drafted it. Excited to use it. I never used Entei before, but I've seen it used before, so very excited to try it out. Alright, next pick, we have one of our Terra Captains here actually. So Earthstring is our first Terra Captain. We're running Terra Normal, Poison, and Fairy. So I saw Earthstring used last season pretty well. Also like fucking destroyed me in regular season, so yeah, excited to try it out. It gets, its stats are like fucking like too good to be able to Eviolite. But yeah, it gets access to Eviolite, just being annoyingly bulky. It gets bulk up, body slam. Going like facade sets of like poison orb, whatever, flame orb, whatever. Terra Poison if you don't want to get poisoned. Terra Fairy, it's like a good like neutral like all around. And then Terra Normal, of course, just to hit it like extra hard if we need to. And yeah, just like I just want like a good bulky, extremely bulky Pokemon that could hit extremely hard. That could just like trade 1v1 if need be. Kind of like an Iron Hands in a way. This is kind of like our Iron Hands of the season, I guess. But yeah, that's like why we drafted Earthstring. But it is weak to knockoff, but we do have Gliscor to fix it up. So yeah, excited to try Earthstring. Also a good norm type. Just make sure we don't lose to like Spectre or something, because all our previous mons, they don't like to switch into ghost type moves. So yeah, this is pretty important to have, I feel like. Next we have our second Terra Captain, so it is indeed Cresselia. We are indeed drafting the Cresselia Darkrai duo. This is our second Terra Captain, so we're running Terra Psychic, Poison, and Fairy. Terra Poison, of course, you already know. You already know that set. You're not weak to EQ. You get rid of your ground weakness from Levitate. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. But like, yeah, and Terra Fairy, just like a good all-around Terra, good all-around type if need be. If we need Stab, Moonblast, it's good for that. Cresselia it's just like terrifyingly bulky and annoying to deal with. A lot of people. For a lot of people, it could spread paralysis with T-Wave, be annoying like that. It could run stored power, calm mind sets, be annoying like that. It's also like absurdly bulky, so and it gets a good reliable recovery and Moonlight. So it's just like a really annoying Pokemon to deal with. So I feel bad for anyone that has to fight this, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to draft Cresselia, but like, when I drafted Darkrai as my first pick, at that point I was like, oh, I kind of have to draft Cresselia now, don't I? For the content, right? So that's like, yeah, it's mostly just for the content pick, but yeah. I feel bad for anyone that has to fight this. I wish you luck. And yeah, that's our two Terra Captains. We do have one more later, but as we'll see later. So our next pick is Leafeon. Honestly, we're like extremely short on points. We're extremely short on points, jeez. But yeah, Leafeon is a really good budget for a grass type, I feel, and very underrated, honestly. I feel like it's really underrated because its stats are like pretty damn good. Base 90 speed, 65 HE is ass, but you do have base 130 defense, which is crazy. It gets Leech Seed, Baton Pass. Does it get Leech Seed? I don't think it does. I don't think it gets Leech Seed, but it gets Baton Pass to pivot out. It gets Knockoff, it gets Synthesis to stall. Overall, I feel like it's like really underrated, to be honest, as a grass type. For 2 points, this is a fucking steal. But yeah, that's kind of like why I drafted it. Just like to have a good another momentum on. That's a grass type. That's also cheap. And yeah, our next pick is our third Terra Captain, Lord Hemity himself. So for season 1, we had Avila Kasui as Hemity the second. This will be Hemity the third, or Lord Hemity. Your Highness, as he likes to be called. We are running Terra Grass, Steel, and Dragon. So Terra Grass is like because we need the 1 stab requirement. Terra Steel, I guess I could have gone Terra Fairy. I probably should have, but I like Terra Steel because I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I could have gone Terra Fairy for a Terra Fairy Draining Kiss, but yeah, maybe I should have. But we are Terra Dragon because we don't have a Dragon type on the team, and I feel like that's kind of important for like some matchups. So we need Terra Dragon. Terra Steel, I might change down the road to Fairy if need be. But yeah, Calyrex. Calyrex costs like 1 point, which is like insanely disrespectful to Calyrex. Honestly, that's very disrespectful to him. So they will be paying the price. I will be bringing Calyrex to all my games. Nope. I will be bringing Calyrex as much as I can. It gets Leech Seed. It gets Leech Seed, Synthesis. Oh, it actually doesn't get Synthesis. Yeah, I checked. It actually doesn't get Synthesis, but it gets Leech Seed. Does it get Calm? It gets Calm Mind set up. Giga Drain, Psychic Move. His moveset isn't really that spectacular, but its stats for like a 1-pointer are like pretty insane. Like 100 HP, 80 defense, 80 speed F. That's pretty good, honestly. That's pretty good. If you give like, yeah, honestly, that's pretty good. So like, if you tear this and like use this to like a Leech Seed bot, it could be really annoying to deal with. So honestly, there's potential there. So Lord Empty will be coming to at least 1 game. I promise that he will come to 1 game. I promise. So yeah, that's kind of why we drafted it. Just because, I mean, I already had like no fucking budget left anyways, because I needed to save the rest of my points for my last pick, as you'll see in a bit. But yeah, we just needed like a 1-pointer, and it was either Lord Empty or Charger Bug, and I prefer Calyrex because it's more. I feel like in like some matchups it could be annoying to deal with. And yeah, so we can go into our last pick. So for our last pick here, we are bringing back a Season 1 veteran, Fizzindipity. So I did draft Fizz in Season 1, or I didn't. I traded for it like mid-season, but it was really good. Poison Fairy is a ridiculously good typing to have. You're not weak to like a lot of stuff, and the stuff that you are weak, my other guys cover pretty well. It gets a good U-turn. It could poison you with Poison Touch, or not Poison Touch, Toxic Chain. It gets Taunt Speed annoying. It gets a lot of stuff, surprisingly. It gets Swords Dance, it gets Calm Mind, Nasty Plot. Like, it could be a setup mon if it need be, but will I bring it as a setup mon? Probably not, but overall, I just prize it for its bulk. It has a really good speed F, so this is basically our special defensive wall for the team, whereas Glycosaur would be like physical. So yeah, I just need a good poison type. I need a good natural poison type, or a grounded poison type, because Cresselia, yeah, I can tear the poison, but it's not grounded, can't get rid of T-Spike. And obviously I don't have Defog on this team, so I need a grounded poison just so I don't lose the T-Spike automatically. So yeah, that's kind of why I drafted Fizz, just for a slow pivot, a good poison type. And I didn't want to draft like a fraud poison like Swalot. That was just never going to come to any games. So yeah, that's kind of why I drafted it. And that wraps up our draft, I believe. So this is our full team. We have Darkrai, Goldengo, Gliscor, Quackavolt, Hatterene, Entei, Terra Ursaring, Terra Cresselia, Leafeon, Calyrex, and Fizzindipity. So overall, I think it's a pretty good team. I don't think it holds a candle to like the threat my first season team was. But it's definitely very different. It has different roles, different abilities it can do. I'm excited to try a lot of these mons out. Some of them are returning, like Fizzindipity. Some of them are completely new for me, like Entei, Quackavolt. Very excited to try them out. Very excited to try to prove the fraud allegations wrong with Darkrai. We'll see how Darkrai goes. If Darkrai goes shit, then I'll just drop him for Urshifu single swing or something. I don't know. But yeah, if he goes shit, then I'll just drop him later in the season anyway, so it's okay. But yeah, alright. I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys liked our draft analysis here, and let's see if we can pull a 2-timer for the title of champion.